Good morning, everybody. 9 a.m. on this Thursday. Another half hour left of Daybreak here on WGRZ Plus, and we begin this morning with new details about a house fire in the city of Tonawanda. 4 people, including one firefighter, had to be sent to the hospital. The fire broke out at a home on Hill Place just after 1:30 yesterday afternoon. The Tonawanda fire chief says crews rescued 2 teenagers who were trapped on a porch roof. One of the teens needed to be treated for burns. Also, at one point, the front porch roof collapsed, which led to a firefighter being hurt. A woman in her 70s was also taken to the hospital to be checked out. A third person who got out of the home went to the hospital as well. Thankfully, everyone is expected to be okay. The cause of the fire is under investigation. An update this morning on a Tonawanda teen who's been indicted for allegedly stabbing his own grandmother to death. 19-year-old Miguel Castro Jr. was arraigned yesterday in state Supreme Court on second-degree murder charges. He's accused of stabbing and killing 57-year-old Anna Moore on February 16th. 3 children were inside that Parkhurst Boulevard home in the town of Tonawanda when it happened. Castro is being held without bail and is due back in court next month. If convicted, he could face life in prison. And it's been nearly a month since an independent investigation report flagged serious issues safety issues within the Buffalo Public Schools. And last night was the first school board meeting since that report dropped, but it was not part of the board's agenda. We did manage to track down some board members and ask about the report, and they tell us that the recommendations in the report are being taken seriously, and some changes are already in the works.
This report gives us a roadmap, so the district is committed to following it, and we implemented some things immediately.
We'll give the community time to digest it, and if they request a meeting, of course.
And please note that a lot of the recommendations we're not going to make public. They've been redacted in that report. And so that's not going to happen for the safety and protocols of our schools.
And we will make sure to update you if and when a public meeting is planned. Well, it's been almost a decade in the making, but North Tonawanda is now moving forward with plans for a new outdoor aquatic center. North Tonawanda City Council approved contracts to replace the Payne Park Memorial Swimming Pool that was built right after World War II. It shut down a few years ago because of structure and safety concerns. City leaders say that they've raised about $9 million for the project, just $1 million short of its goal. Construction is expected to start in the coming months and hopefully be open by next summer. Happening today, Western New York's largest family consignment event will be back at the Hamburg Fairgrounds. Mother Time Marketplace will have deals on things like baby gear, kids' clothes, furniture, school supplies, toys, and books. And the sale will be going on through Sunday. This morning, we do have the results of some local village elections, and the village of East Aurora will officially have a new mayor. Challenger Luke Wachensky beat incumbent Peter Mercurio 897 to 561 votes. Poll workers we spoke with yesterday say that there was a massive voter turnout for this mayoral election.
I know that we came around noontime and the line seemed like it was 800 long then, so we went back and came back now. It was down a little bit, but yeah, there's a great turnout for this.
In the past, we've had write-in candidates win because the turnout was so low, and I don't know. This is good. It's good. Lots of involvement. It's going to be good either way.
And 2 on your side is working to find out the results of other mayoral races in Western New York, including in the villages of Springville, Albion, and Medina. We'll share those results with you once we have them. New York State's rolling out a plan to repopulate Ishua Creek after a massive fish die-off last summer. It was all caused by waste-contaminated water. The DEC says trout stocking will be limited this year, focusing only on the lower section of the creek to give the creek more time to recover. Stocking will resume later this month in areas that were not impacted. That die-off, as you probably remember, was linked to a wastewater failure at the Great Lakes cheese plant. This state has since fined the company nearly $500,000 and ordered major upgrades. Sure, a lot of people looking forward to fishing weather soon, Patrick.
Fishing
I want
weather,
golf
yes.
weather. I just want walking outside without freezing weather.
Yeah, trout season getting soon, and a lot of anglers getting out there. The water is, of course, cold and high right now. You want to lower it. And then, can't wait to do some brown trout fishing, hopefully, on 18 Mile or Cattaraugus Creek. Anywho, if you want to golf, again, that kind of weather is still a distance away. We've had a couple of mild days this month. None of those coming up anytime soon. Clouds linger today near 40, mid-40s. Tomorrow will be rainy and breezy tomorrow. And then on Saturday, dry. Sunday, another round of rain with temperatures into the low 50s and then getting colder again next week. In fact, the long-range charts look like the rest of the month, okay, will likely be below average, okay? It's just we're kind of locked into a cool weather pattern, at least through next week, okay? There we go. For today, we're going to see, again, there could be a few breaks in the overcast. Temperatures right around 40 degrees. There's the rain tomorrow, especially mid to late morning into the early afternoon. A spat of rain moving through. And then for your day tomorrow, or Saturday rather, kind of a mix of clouds and sun, and then more rain coming in on Sunday, especially later in the day is how it appears. There it is in motion, mostly cloudy, maybe a few sprinkles here or there. As we head into tonight, mostly cloudy skies. Here comes the rain during the day tomorrow, 9, 10 o'clock it starts, and then it kind of continues into the early afternoon. Hopefully dry weather for the commute. So if you're out and about today, the weather's fine. Tomorrow, kind of some midday rain, plan around that. And then Saturday, the weather looks fine, but then the rain returns on Sunday, okay? So for today, mostly cloudy, 41, which is a very close to average. For tonight, mostly cloudy, 31, and then tomorrow, rain. And it'll be breezy as well. 7-day forecast, dry Saturday, rain Sunday. Snow showers and colder on Monday, only 33, 37 Tuesday. Could see a few snow showers as well. And then Melissa, 30s most of next week. So you said you want golfing weather.
Yeah. Elliot's tournaments are starting in a couple weeks.
Leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll... That's what you might have to do to get any warm weather. It's coming, but it's going to be a little while.
Okay.
No more sick.
Like it or not, golf in the cold weather. All right, Patrick, thank you. We've got a lot more coming up after the break. Of course, March Madness is starting today here in Buffalo. We'll have Natalie Foss joining us on set here to talk about what everybody needs to know, whether you're from Western New York or you're a visitor. What is there to look forward to here in Buffalo during March Madness? We'll tell you coming up. Welcome back, everybody. We are just hours away from March Madness taking over the city of Buffalo. We're taking a live look right now at KeyBank Center. Overall, 8 teams are competing and 6 games will be taking place today here and also on Saturday here. And as you can imagine, March Madness is expected to bring thousands of new visitors to the city of Buffalo. So here are the matchups. First up is at 1:30, and we've got University of South Florida versus Louisville. It's a really special matchup sentimentally for USF head coach and Olean native Brian Hodgson. It's a homecoming for him, and his dad lives here and is battling dementia. His dad hasn't been able to travel, so this is really going to be the first time that he'll be able to see his son coach college basketball. And then at 4:05, North Dakota State takes on Michigan State. That's a big matchup that people will be watching. Then in session 2, number 1 seed Michigan, who many are favoring to win the whole thing, is going to be taking on Howard. And then we will likely see Niagara Falls native, who graduated from Newport, Roddy Gale Jr., log a lot of playing time for the Wolverines, so we'll be watching out for him. And then at 9:45, St. Louis will take on Georgia. We may see some of those fans out at Chippewa as we enter the building tomorrow morning, because they'll go out after the games and find themselves in downtown Buffalo. That game will be wrapping up as we all come into work at 3 in the morning. But really, the driving, the parking, it can be a little bit of a headache. We're expecting, obviously, a lot of traffic downtown, but also more expensive parking and that type of thing. So there are some other options out there, Natalie.
Absolutely, yeah. The driving, you can almost equate it to like a Sabres game or if there's like a big concert, but there might be even more driving, especially if people are coming in from Michigan or coming in from other places. And parking could be a little bit more expensive, especially if you're super close to the arena. So a good idea is you could actually consider taking the Metro, doing a park and ride situation. There's one at UB South. There's also one at LaSalle. And that's about, 20 minutes down into the city. It's a lot quicker, a lot easier for people. And If you want to park a little bit closer, maybe you want to park in the city but a little bit more north of Key Bank, it's actually free to ride the rails above ground. A lot of people forget about that it's free to ride from Fountain Plaza all the way to the DLNW, which drops you right at the arena. So that's a good idea as well. And there's also going to be lots of people out and about with Visit Buffalo and with the NFTA who are trying to, point people in the right direction, make sure everyone gets to where they need to go.
Yeah, those people would be easy to find because they're wearing bright orange hats. I think we talked to some of them, right, Natalie?
By the way,
it is something that we are really excited to have our DLNW station, the brand new station there. We're having this big event. We want people to take advantage of that. We are going to have ambassadors downtown to kind of help people navigate, hey, which way to the station.
And like Melissa said, I think they're going to be wearing, their hats look like basketballs, which is kind of fun, but they'll be very easy to point out. And they also have this really cool app. And I've done a little bit more research on the app since Daybreak. It's called the Transit app, and it's really cool. I have it pulled up right now, and I also did a vertical video. So if you want to see it, you can go to our socials and it'll be up there. But basically, right now, the next metro that's coming to Fountain Plaza to get to DLNW is coming in 6 minutes. And then the next one after that is coming in 15 minutes.
I would be looking at
It's
that
so cool.
all day.
And right now,
I love train schedules. I don't know what it is.
So now it's
just
telling
love
me
'em.
8 minutes to walk from the Channel 2 station to get to the Fountain Plaza
want
station.
that. What's it
It's giving me navigation, right? And then it'll tell me when the next metro's coming.
That is so cool.
All the way up until, I think it's up until like an hour
Are those like
away.
live times?
And
Those
it's
are like-
live times.
I love that.
cool.
So you could drive and park and find a really cheap parking spot.
Yeah.
But
which
where,
you can,
though? In
so,
downtown? What do
Yes,
you-
but you can also, because of the meters are now on apps, you can keep feeding the meter through
your phone.
Through your phone.
Yep.
So park at a meter, stay in your warm car. When the train is 3 minutes out, then get out of your car and go to the train stop, the Metro rail stop.
Yep.
Very cool. That's very easy to use. I love taking the Metro. When I was young, we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't go to many Sabres games, but when we did go to the odd for Sabres games before Key Bank Center even existed, my parents would drive us to UB South, and we'd take the Metro and be underground. We called it the subway.
Well, that's what it is. It's a subway.
Yeah, but
The shortest subway in the United
What's that?
States.
Oh,
The
is it?
shortest subway in the United States.
For the underground portion?
Yeah.
Oh,
I love
really?
And so easy to navigate because it only goes this way and that way. You never have to split. But it was always fun for me as a kid to be able to go underground and see what this was like. And then now it takes you right to DLNW, which there is still construction, so it is a bit of a walk when you get out of DLNW. But at least the last stop is where you get off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. And then there's also the shuttles,
Yes.
which are vehicle shuttles above ground to get folks from Key Bank Center to
Chippewa
the Chip
area.
Strip. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so essentially they're going to be there's like that 90-minute period in between the two sessions. So if you're going to, session 1 and session 2, but you want to go to dinner or whatever in between, there's a ton of restaurants and bars and stuff on Chippewa. And so what they're doing is they're actually going to be shuttling people in that 90-minute period every 15 minutes or so you can get to and from Chippewa to
But
the
if
arena.
the restaurant gets
back.
slammed,
Yeah.
everybody at once.
So, but they're planning on that, right?
So
So,
they'll
a lot
have
of
enough
these
staff.
restaurants we've been
Okay.
talking to are prepared because last
Okay.
time that this came, they weren't necessarily prepared. A lot of them are doing buffets or going to be,
Like
moving
grab and go options.
quicker service to get people in and out, get them back down to the arena. But if you're only going to one session, if you're going to the first session or the second session, just plan for that and maybe, go have a drink before, let the people who are going back to the arena get their food and then sit down and enjoy.
Yeah, it would be fun for a lot of folks to watch the game amidst other fans at a bar at Chippewa. Take your shuttle down then to actually go see the games in person to see, the number 1 seed Michigan at 7 o'clock. So as you said, there are just so many options of people going here and there, and there will be volunteers everywhere to help folks figure out what to do. And even local Western New Yorkers who might not go downtown that much, they can get all the help they need also. And then tomorrow is another day when folks are going to be looking for things to do, and unfortunately it's going to be rainy, but they're here all day. And so we know the Buffalo Zoo is offering discounted tickets if you wear some sort of your favorite college basketball team, so you get $5 discount at the Buffalo Zoo. The AKG is a nice dry option to go and visit something, and it's world renowned now, and so that would be a great thing to do on a Friday. Patrick, any other ideas of what people can do on tomorrow?
Let's see. The zoo, is that really, they're open? It's ready to roll?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Natalie, what would you do if you
hold
were
on.
in?
What movies are playing? What's a good?
No, you got to do something local. So there's
something
the
Buffalo.
Buffalo, the Erie County Botanical Gardens.
Oh,
that's
that's a good
open,
one.
and that's
Open.
inside. You can see that. And then, of course, people will be going up to the falls. And so it's misty up there anyway. So if it's raining, it doesn't really matter. Just
you
get
might
a
as well
poncho and go. Now, a reminder, if you plan to Uber, you should expect surge pricing.
Oh, for
that
sure.
happens for Sabres games. That happens for Bills games. It's going to happen for the NCAA. So try to... Why do you look confused?
Okay, so I was in this debate with my wife on an Uber cost from A to B, and I told her it's this, and she goes, no, it's this. We went and looked back at your Uber history, and it was, you're right, during a certain time, a trip that I take a lot was like double the
For
price.
sure, yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, on holidays like St. Patrick's Day, it's going to be a lot busier to get an Uber. But yeah, there will be surge pricing. So probably.
Good to know.
And also, if you really are going to do ride sharing, be sure to cross-check Uber and Lyft.
Yep.
Those prices are always so different, and I never know which one is going to be cheaper. So I always check both. And parking, we do know that these lots will be more expensive than a Sabres
For
game.
sure, and you always can. They say, if it's going to be more expensive for the Paul McCartney concert versus, a Sabres game or things like that. When there's really big ticket events, these lots are obviously going to charge more because they're going to get more money, and people want to park their car. They want to park close, especially if the weather's not that great. So, yeah, you can kind of expect that and plan accordingly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. They're going to, sell umbrellas. That's how you make some dough.
Ooh.
Go to like the
I'll get
dollar
the
store,
cart.
get the.
Go get the umbrellas.
And you'll need the canal side also. That's another option. There's going to be lots of food trucks there, which is, I think they kind of learned last time, like people really just want some food options downtown, some more. And so canal side will be a great place to walk around, see things, and check out the food trucks there. But again, food trucks, the food is always so good, but the lines are so long and it takes so long. So I don't know. But Visit Buffalo is doing its best to make sure that everyone has a wonderful experience and goes back to their cities saying, I really loved Buffalo. And we're trying to, put our right foot forward.
Yeah, put on a good show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much,
Yeah, of course.
Natalie. And we're looking forward to it finally happening today. And if you have a bracket, good luck. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It is maple season. I didn't even realize it, but it is. We're in the middle of maple season right now.
Yeah, and I didn't really know that. I guess trees, do they produce more this time of the year? Is that how that works?
Kevin O'Neill knows. He was out at Murley Maple Farm out in Attica, where they're saying this is their best maple season ever. Kevin is there to show us.
Can't stop eating them.
No, they're very addictive. And
Oh, my God. Oh,
got almonds and cashews and peanuts.
God bless you. Nice to see you.
All coated in maple sugar candy, maple sugar syrup.
You guys will coat anything in maple
Right,
here.
yep.
This is Lyle Murley, and your family's been in this business for over 100 years.
Yep.
My goodness.
Yeah, we've continued to add products and make different products, and we've like to demonstrate that maple syrup is more than just for pancakes.
Absolutely.
It's just a good sweetener.
And for God's sakes, get real maple syrup. Don't get that brown goop.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it says syrup, but it doesn't say the word maple anywhere on it.
It's more healthier for you, pure maple syrup, because
Absolutely.
There's plenty of minerals and stuff like that in it to make it more healthy than cane sugar or corn syrup.
We're inside your store right here, and even notice you have different, like there's dark robust, and then there's a lighter syrup. I didn't know you have different sort of strengths.
Yeah, there's four different grades. There's gold
Grades, okay.
Grades, yep. That's that was established industry-wide so that the customer, no matter where they were buying syrup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a golden delicate, amber rich.
Interesting. The dark
dark
robust. It's
robust
interesting. It's sort of
and,
like, it reminds me of like a vintage, the different kinds of wine. You know what I mean? Okay, so Maple Weekend. It's got family. You're not just staring at evaporators. You guys add a little bit more family fun.
Right.
To it.
We got a lot of demonstrations on how to tap a tree and wagon rides to the woods and an air cannon to
Oh,
shoot
that's fun.
tennis balls, and we try and make it interesting for the whole family. We've got a kids corner where they can do some coloring. And
oh, that's wonderful. Even the wagon rides is going to be great too. Okay, so I appreciate it. Again, this is Attica, New York, which is, by the way, a lovely village, and Wyoming County is Western New York's leading producer of maple syrup as well. So the website is mapleweekend.com. It's this weekend and next weekend. Looks like Saturday is the better weather day as of now. On your side in Attica, celebrating our Maple Weekend. I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
I remember going to Maple Farms for field trips, but I haven't done it as an adult, and it's something that I think I would like to take Elliot to see, for him to see, like does not come in a plastic,
Bear.
Thing. The bear.
Bear
right.
thing. Yeah, it's a. I mean, the kind of
the
syrup
bear's
that
the honey, but the syrup, right. I mean, to actually have real maple syrup, which is an acquired taste. It tastes so different, but it is so much better for you than the high fructose corn syrup type of maple syrup.
Right.
And so, yes, my mother, Phyllis, is in Florida right now watching on our app, WGRZ Plus. So she texted right away this morning, you need to find out how long does real maple syrup last and where are you supposed to store it? So the answer, so Kevin asked right away, and the answer is store it in the fridge once you open, and it lasts for years.
Really?
If it lasts that long in your,
That's
in your
great.
household.
Well, that would be perfect in our fridge because there's some residents in there that have been there.
It makes me think of that commercial, expired.
I mean, have you ever found something and you look at the date and you're like, oh?
It's especially bad
generation.
when it's like, give it to charity.
Yes.
Like, Elliot's like, oh, I need a bag of food to give to charity for school. And so I'm like, well, let me find some stuff that's in the pantry. I'm like, oh, I can't give this. This is 5 years old. I can't give this. I can't give that.
Well, some things, like canned veggies, I would think would keep it. Anyway, you're right. It's just sometimes like, I cannot believe this was renting out space in my fridge for years.
Right. For a $3 like thing of mustard.
Well, we talked about that and what goes in the fridge and what doesn't.
Yeah.
I have a question about what goes in the fridge because it's a debate.
What?
Eggs.
I do keep my eggs in the fridge.
But apparently, like in England, in Europe, they do not put their eggs. Is it because they're
like brown eggs or like cage-free or organic?
Their eggs are in a bowl in the kitchen, not in the fridge.
Interesting.
But I don't. You buy them in the fridge at the store, but do you need to keep them in the fridge, or can they just?
This is going to show up on our phones now because Siri's listening, and so we'll have
you're right.
They're going to show up as memes. Yeah, I don't know. I've always kept my eggs in the fridge.
I do too.
I think the only thing that I haven't kept in the fridge is peanut butter.
Yeah.
And my syrup, actually, I keep it. I do not keep it in the fridge.
I can't think of one thing that we open and keep in the pantry. Everything that's opened finds its way into the fridge.
But not peanut butter.
Not peanut butter. It's got to stay creamy.
Yeah.
Firm peanut butter is lousy, tears the bread.
Right.
But yeah, most things I got to believe, like pasta sauce, open up that.
Sure.
In the fridge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Mayo, ketchup, mustard, all of the condiments.
Milk, whatever. Just leave it outside on a hot day.
Okay.
Anyway.
Really interesting conversation.
Sometimes we talked about it earlier and it just got me thinking because I wonder where things go.
Now we're all going to go home and check the expiration dates on things in our fridge.
Right.
All right. This weekend is going to be a very exciting weekend and meaningful weekend for all of us here at Channel 2. As we are once again on your side, taking part in a tradition that changes lives across Western New York. The 64th annual Variety Kids Telethon is happening this weekend here on Channel 2 and on WGRZ-TV 5. There's Amy. She's directing right now, and she's the best floor director ever. More than 6 decades, viewers like you have helped local children, including those who are participating in programs at Golisano Children's Hospital, the Robert Warner Rehabilitation Center, Make-A-Wish, so many other children's organizations. The money that you donate to Variety stays right here in Western New York, and then Variety doles it out to these partner organizations, providing vital care and services for kids and families. So this year's telethon, the honorary chair is Russell Salvatore. Kathy Kaminsky is the chairwoman of the Variety Kids Telethon this year. Sully Mattil is our celebrity child, and I will have his story tomorrow right here on Daybreak. And you'll see a bunch of us from Channel 2. Pete and Patrick and I will be there from 6 to 8:30, and then Mary Alice and Scott and Dan Russell will be there from 8:30 to 11. There will be performers like Sydney Sterlois. Athletes like Buffalo Joe Andreessen is coming back, and Daryl Talley, Bills legend. Other guests will be coming together all for this one goal, supporting kids in need. So we hope you'll join us and be generous during our Variety Telethon. It's antiquated. Yes, we know that you can just go online and donate to charities. There's, you know, GoFundMe and so many other ways to give, but they really lean into this. It's the oldest
Do we have
locally
the names
run.
that scroll at the bottom? Do you remember ever doing that, watching
Yes.
Jerry Lewis?
And we read them. So
Right.
if you call and
Yeah.
make a donation, and if you want to give someone a shout out or say that I'm dedicating this donation to this person, we will read them. Then we'll give the total. And then the buffalo with the smoke like explodes when we have high totals. And
I think sometimes there is a charm when it's still old school,
Yeah.
right? We lean into the fact that, sometimes.
tailor-made jazz and Will
Yeah.
Holton and local musicians will be
But you
performing.
can Venmo, you can QR code it and all that stuff.
Yeah, you can text your donation. There's a gazillion ways that you can donate, but just please make a donation to help children in Western New York. It's going to be a great weekend. That's happening on Saturday, again here on Channel 2, and Sunday on WBBC. All right, enjoy March Madness, and be nice to all of the visitors here in Western New York.
We are.
Help them out if they look lost, okay? Have a great day, everybody.